Hey guys, welcome to Yoga with Tomasin. I am Tomasin. In this class, we are going to be doing a gentle hip opening flow. It was one of the most requested. You're going to need a block or maybe two, depending on your flexibility. And with that, let's get started. We're going to start laying on our backs. So gently rolling down onto the spine. And then bring the feet to the outsides of the mat. Let the knees kiss together. And then just bring the arms out to the sides, palms facing up. And just allow yourself to land into your body. Feeling the ground underneath the soles of the feet. Underneath the pelvic. Underneath the shoulder blades. And the back of the skull. And then begin to notice where you are gripping or holding on, or there's any tension or tightness. Like I just caught myself in the back of my shoulders. And now tuning into the breath. Feeling a gentle rise of the belly towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, feeling yourself get a little heavier into the ground. Take a couple more breaths like that on your own. And become curious about your breath. Where can you feel it going in the body? Where do you feel sticky and stuck? Where do you feel more open and free? And if you can't feel into the body with the breath, that's totally fine. It's a practice. Just keep massaging the breath into the belly. Take one more deep inhale here. And exhale. Bring the arms into a cactus pose. Separate the knees. And then begin to windshield wiper the legs from side to side. Connecting the movement of your legs to your breath. Noticing how your lower back feels. The hips feel, the tops of the thighs. And then gently landing the legs over towards the right. And just let them get heavy here. You can keep your legs the way they are, or you can take your right foot and place it on top of the left knee. And then feel the left knee move down towards the ground as you feel a nice stretch from the hip up towards the ribs. Keep breathing into your belly. Take one more deep inhale. And exhale. Place that foot back down to the outside of the mat. Lift the knees and then drop them over towards the left. Let them get super heavy here. So this might be enough for you, and that's totally cool. Or you can take your left foot and place it on top of the right knee. And then breathing from the right hip up into the rib cage. Take one more deep inhale here. And exhale. Place that left foot back down to the ground, lift the knees. And now come into your happy baby. So pulling the knees towards the chest, grab onto the outsides of the ankles outsides of the calves or the outsides of your feet. And the feet should be flat towards the ceiling. And then widen the legs. And then just start to rock side to side on your back, giving yourself a little massage here. It should feel good. And now coming back to center, place the left foot down to the ground, keep the knee bent, and then place your left hand on the top of your thigh. Keep the right leg in a half happy baby, and then maybe scooch that knee down towards your armpit a bit more, down towards the ground. Keep breathing into the belly, having the intention of creating space. Take one more deep inhale here. And exhale. Extend the right leg high to the sky. And then cross your right ankle over your left knee. Flex your foot and then push the right knee forward. Pull the left knee into the chest, grab behind the thigh. Keep that right foot flexed. Keep pushing the knee towards the front of the mat. And then soften the shoulders. People tend to clench in their shoulders when they do this pose. Take one more deep inhale here. Exhale, land the left foot down to the ground. Bring your right foot back into your half happy baby. Bring your left foot back into the happy baby. Again, rock from side to side. Place the right foot down to the ground, keep the knee bent. That left leg is in the happy baby. And place the right hand on top of the upper thigh. Keep snugging the left knee down towards the ground or your armpit. Keep filling the belly up with breath. Take one more deep inhale. And exhale. Extend the left leg high to the sky. Cross the left knee over the right knee. Push the left knee open as you flex the left foot. And then hug the right knee into the chest. Grab behind the thigh. Keep flexing that left foot and moving the left knee forward. Soften the shoulders, soften the jaw. Soften your face. Take one more deep inhale here. And exhale. Place that right foot down to the ground. Hug your left knee into a half happy baby. Bring the right leg into a half happy baby. Now staying still here, really widening the feet away from each other, gently press the tailbone down towards the ground. And then feel the spreading of the shoulder blades away from each other and the pressing of the skull down to the ground. Take a deep inhale into the belly, fill it up like a balloon. On the exhale, sigh something out. Feel the vibration in the center of your chest. Inhale. One more time, inhale. So I love doing this with people, the vibration in your sighs, because it stimulates your vagus nerve, which stimulates your parasympathetic nervous system, which is your rest and digest. Hug the knees into the chest. Roll over to your right side and gently push up onto your tush. Widen the feet just a little bit and bend your knees, pull the heels towards the buttocks. And then you're gonna wrap your arms around your thighs and clasp your hands, or your wrists, whatever's more comfortable for you. And then just drop your head down in between your thighs. And I have to move my feet a little bit forward, so you just have to figure out what's most comfortable for you. And now feel what's going on in the back of the neck. And then feel as if your breath can slowly soothe the back of the neck area into the traps, in between the shoulder blades. With every exhale, see if you can soften a little bit more in that area. You can stay like this with your arms, or you can bring your arms in between the legs, come down onto the elbows, palms facing up. And then allow your head, the crown of your head, to sink down towards the ground. As you inhale, feel a gentle rise of the back body towards the ceiling. On the exhale, feel the crown of the head drip down to the ground and get a little heavier. Take one more deep inhale here. And exhale, slowly coming all the way back up. Bringing the feet together, Baddha Konasana. Grab onto the ankles, allow the knees to drip out to the sides of the mat. This might be enough for you. That's totally fine. Or you can grow from the tailbone up into the crown of the head and then begin to move the heart space towards the front of the mat. As you bring your elbows on the inside of the knees, press the feet together and just give a little pressure onto the insides of your knees. Keep folding forward, 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 and then eventually bringing the arms out in front of you, dropping your head down to your feet, your toes, wherever you are. And if you're not flexible, if this is super challenging for you, it's okay. Starting someplace is amazing. The more you do it, the more you practice it, the better it gets. So try not to get frustrated with yourself if you're still up here, or it's really hard to get down here, or if it's uncomfortable. If your body's not used to stretching and being in these poses, it's gonna throw a little temper tantrum. So just let it throw its temper tantrum and stay with your breath. And I promise you, it gets better. Take one more deep inhale here. And exhale. Coming all the way up. Extend your left leg all the way out straight. Bring your right foot on the outside of your left thigh. Your left thigh. Flex your left foot. And now take your left arm and wrap it around your right knee. Bring the left fingertips behind you. Gently push into the right fingertips. Feel the crown of the head grow towards the ceiling. On the exhale, turn and twist. Look over your right shoulder. Keep hugging the right knee into your chest with your left hand. Take one more deep inhale and exhale. Slowly move back to center. Take that right foot and place it on the inside of your left leg. And now make sure your heart space is facing the top of your left foot. Again, this might be as far as you can come. That's totally okay. Or you can practice beginning to walk the fingertips forward. Feel like you're moving the tailbone towards the back of the mat and your heart space towards the front of the mat, towards the top of your foot. And then wherever you are, just be okay with where you are. If you can reach your heel, that's awesome. Just be easy about it. Don't force anything. This is a super chill class. We're just doing some gentle movements to open up the hips, the thighs.
Take one more deep inhale here. And exhale. Slowly walk the hands all the way back up. Extend the right leg all the way out in front of you. Place the left foot on the outside of the right thigh. Wrap your right arm around your left knee. Bring the left fingertips behind you. Gently push into the left fingertips. Grow from the tailbone up towards the crown of the head. And then slowly, as you exhale, turn and look over your left shoulder. Keep hugging the left knee in towards your chest. Every exhale, see if you can turn just a little bit more. Take one more deep inhale. And exhale. Slowly come back to center. Take that left foot on the inside of your right thigh. And now turn your body so your chest is aligned with the top of your foot. And then start to walk the hands forward as much as possible. And be easy about it. No judgment, no criticism. Just be where you are and be in the practice of having patience. Find your breath. If I can say the one major thing that yoga has taught me, it's patience. It's always my prayer to be more patient, although my kids will tell you differently. Take one more deep inhale. And exhale. Slowly walk the hands all the way back up. Good. Cross the ankles, roll over your knees. Come into a tabletop position. Take your left foot on the outside of your left hand. Now, make sure that your left knee is over your ankle and make sure your right knee is under your right hip. This might be enough for you. Feel as if you can pull the left hip back, move the right hip forward. If you have a little more space, you can come down onto your block, like so, or all the way down onto your elbows. Keep breathing into your hips. Take one more deep inhale and exhale. Come all the way back up onto the palms. If you're on your elbows, remove the block. Begin to straighten your left leg. You might have to wiggle your heel a little bit forward. Have a slight bend in your left knee. And then flex the left toes back towards your left shoulder. And feel like you're bringing your left hip back, moving the right hip forward. Move the heart space towards the front of the room as you move the tailbone towards the back of the room. This should feel pretty delicious in your hamstring, into your calf. Take one more deep inhale. And exhale. Bend into your left knee. Lift the right knee up just a little bit and wiggle it behind you into your lizard pose. Untuck your right toes. So again, being on the palms might be fine for you, it might be your spot, or you can come down onto your block or onto your elbows. Keep feeling like you're pulling your left hip back and your right hip forward. Try not to drip your head down to the ground. That's what I notice with a lot of people in my classes. They like to just collapse down to the ground. Keep your head aligned with your spine. Keep pushing from the elbows up into the shoulder blades. Take one more deep inhale. And exhale. Come back up onto your palms. And now take your left hand on the inside of your left knee. Push from your right palm up into your right shoulder, so don't collapse it. Push up and create space in the armpit. And then open up the left knee. Come onto the knife edge of that left foot. Flex your foot. Spread the toes wide. And now feel like you're moving your right ribs towards your left ribs. Look over your left shoulder. You can stay here. If you have a little more space, a little more room, you can start to bend the right knee and pull the heel into the glute. Take your left hand, reach behind you, grab onto the outside of your right foot. Keep pushing up from the right palm into the right shoulder. And now turn the heart space towards the ceiling and try to look over your left shoulder. Take one more deep inhale. And exhale. If you have your foot, don't let it slingshot out of your hand. Gently place the foot down to the ground. Bring your left hand down to the ground. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee, and now gently step back to your downward facing dog. Keep your knees slightly bent here. And now walk your feet to the outsides of the mat. Push the palms away from you as you move the tailbone towards the ceiling. Slight bend in the knees, and then just start to pendulum your hips from side to side. This should feel really good. Come back to center. Bring the feet back underneath the hips. Come high onto the toes, bend the knees. At the same time, in the same way, lower down onto your knees onto all fours. Bring the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Make sure your right knee is over your right ankle. Make sure the left hip is over the left knee. You can stay here on the palms, or you can come down onto your block or onto your elbows. So there's always a stickier side, a crankier side. So just notice if this is your stickier side or is this a bit more freed up for you. Keep pulling the right hip back, moving the left hip forward. Take one more deep inhale. And exhale. Come back up onto the palms. Also, if you are finding yumminess in any of these poses and you want to hit pause and stay in it longer, feel free to do so. That's the beauty of technology. Begin to straighten your right leg. Maybe move the heel forward just a bit. Keep a slight bend in your right knee. And then flex the right toes towards the right shoulder. Feel as if you're pulling your right hip back and moving the left hip forward. Find your breath. This is definitely my stickier side with my hamstring. It's a bit angrier. Take one more deep inhale. Exhale, bend into your right knee. Lift the left knee up and wiggle it back behind you into your full lizard pose. Untuck your left toes. And again, this side might be different than the other side. Maybe you can come down onto your elbows, or maybe you have to stay up on your palms on this side and you did it differently on the other side. That's totally okay. You just have to listen to your body and honor what it's telling you. Good, keep pulling the right hip back, moving the left hip forward. And be sure not to drop your head. Again, that's the thing that I always catch my people doing. Keep your head aligned with your spine. Take one more deep inhale here. And exhale. Slowly come up back up onto the palms. Take your right hand on the inside of your right knee. Push the knee open, come onto the knife edge of that right foot. And then push from the left palm up into the left shoulder so you're not collapsing in that shoulder. And then feel like you're turning the left ribs towards the right ribs. Look over the right shoulder. This might be enough for you, and that's totally fine. Or you can start to bend the left knee, pull the heel into the glute, reach behind you with your right hand, grab the outside of your right foot. Keep turning the heart space towards the ceiling. Look over the right shoulder. Find your breath. Take one more deep inhale here. And exhale. Slowly placing the left foot back down to the ground. Bring your right palm back down to the ground. Tuck your left toes, lift the left knee, step back into your downward facing dog. Keep the knees bent here. Keep pushing the hands away from you as you move the tailbone towards the ceiling. And now bend your right knee or press the left heel down to the ground. Take a pause. Bend your left knee, press the right heel down to the ground. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Bend your right knee, walk the feet out just a little bit, and then walk the hands back towards your feet. Let me come in the middle of my mat so you guys can see me. Turn the toes slightly outward, and then bend your knees so you're just squatting down a little bit. And then start to sway the hips from side to side. Like you're massaging your hips, slowly lowering all the way down into your yogi squat. If you are super tight here and you need a block, you can place a block underneath your tush on any level that you want. So first we're gonna come into the squat. Bring the elbows to the insides of the knees. Bring the palms in front of the heart space. And now feel like you're dropping the tailbone down towards the ground as you push the palms into each other. Let the elbows spread the knees just a little bit. Grow up the spine all the way up to the crown of the head, up to the ceiling. Take one more deep inhale here. And exhale. Slowly begin to bring the armpits to the insides of the knees as you round the spine down. Bring the backs of your hands down to the ground, palms facing up. And then let your chin come to your chest and just get heavy towards the ground here. And again, like I'm super tight right now in the back of my neck, into my traps, and in between my shoulder blades. So really using my breath right now to massage that area. And I like to sway forward and back in this pose. It's like a rocking, it's very soothing. It's like rocking a baby. Because really we're all just babies running around. Take one more deep inhale here. And exhale. Okay, coming back up onto the fingertips, you're just gonna, as gracefully as possible, flop onto your tush. Bloop. Bring the feet forward just a little bit. Grab onto the backs of the thighs, and then slowly roll down onto your spine. Bring the soles of the feet together. Allow the knees to drip out to the sides. Bring one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. If this pose is too intense for you, you can just simply come into your Shavasana.
So we're just going to take a moment right now to tune in and thank our bodies. We are walking universes, walking galaxies, 50 trillion cells of amazingness. It's really easy to get caught up in how society is telling us how to be. Comparing, beating ourselves up, not being good enough, the whole gamut. So just taking a moment right now to flood your body with so much love and so much appreciation. Even if it's only one thing about yourself at this moment that you can appreciate, do it with everything that you have. And now, thanking our breath, something that we take for granted. It's with us moment to moment. It's our life force, our prana. It is the best therapist you will ever have. So just acknowledging it, showing it some gratitude, thanking it for all that it does. And now thanking your soul, your deep inner wisdom, your inner guidance, your connection to everything and everyone, always guiding us to our highest and best good, always patient and forgiving when we're not listening. Extending the arms out by the sides, palms facing up. Extend the legs if you haven't already into your Shavasana. And just allowing your body to rest. The most important pose of yoga. Allowing the body to process and digest. Thank you so much for taking time in your day and spending it with me. Please leave comments below if you'd like to request anything or suggest anything. I am open ears. You can find me at www.tomasinmarshallyoga.com. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste.